Hello everyone. So just wanted to talk today about the decisions from the Arsenal versus Wolves game, from David Luiz red card, the Southampton decisions as well, and my opinions on them and how I believe that certain decisions VAR is giving is ruining the game that we. David Luiz's red card against Wolves the other night was a decision that I thought was disappointing because of the ruling behind it. Now apparently the ruling is that if you don't make an honest attempt to win the ball, you don't get a card, but if you make an honest attempt and foul him, then you don't. And I don't know if that's correct, because to me defeats the object of trying to win the ball back. So if you're a defender and you try to get out of the way and you catch him, it's a red card. Yeah, if you're then going to try and tackle him but not get the ball and take him out, you're only going to get a booking. I kind of feel like as a defender you're taught to, in the box, try not to make contact because it's a penalty. Yeah, it's okay now to do that because you're only going to get a yellow when it's a red card, in my opinion. Same with Bednarek for Southampton against Man United. How that was given, I have no idea. Martial, for me, has left his leg to become fouled and can create the contact. Southampton defenders can't move. Yeah, he's given a red card. It has been rescinded. David Luiz hasn't. The replays, David Luiz shown that he wasn't making contact. The FA have made the decision, but I don't believe it's correct. The offside rule that's changed so much this season, from being your sleeve to your leg, your toe, hair follicle, whatever it is, to me, if it's going to become that sharp of a decision to make, it really doesn't matter. I mean, we're talking millimetres offside. It doesn't really make an advantage. For me, an advantage is a yard, a metre, 2 metres clear. Clear offside's clear. You start bringing in your lines and they draw them lines on. I kind of feel it's disappointing because in Che Adams' goal, how he was classed as being an offside position is beyond me. Yes, they are the rules, but it's so hard to stay onside now as a striker, as someone who wants to score goals. And you can't celebrate a goal anymore because the likelihood is that VAR is going to find something in it to rule it out, which isn't right. You're teaching kids to celebrate goals in these slides, but you're doing that. For VAR to go and say, oh, in the build-up, there was this, that, or the other. I just kind of feel like the rules are going out a little bit. And it's shown in the Southampton game that nobody really knows what's going on. They always change the rules now and then at the start of the season. They tell everyone that you can't do this, you can't do that, but that's all fine. But then when it comes to the season and you change it mid-season, I think that's incorrect. It's an unfair advantage for everyone. You got to relearn rules. You can't do certain things, you can do certain things. It's got to be clear, it's got to be precise. They can't change it. It's got to be a footballing head making the decisions, because the decisions aren't being made from people who know football, in my opinion. Anyone who knows football knows that David Luiz is trying his best to get out of the way. So if Southampton player is doing his best to get out of the way, a centre forward who's clever and smart will leave a leg to get contact to give the referee a decision to make. But to give a red for both of them, especially with Southampton, I think was poor, especially when you've got people have to review it, they look at different replays, they look at this, that or the other. To still carry on giving it as a red is disappointing from a footballing fan's perspective. I just kind of feel it's poor from the people who make the rules, really. Very disappointing, and if it's the way it's going to go, it's going to lose a lot of fans because it's not fair. It's creating a hostile atmosphere towards it, which it was brought in to help us, help referees, whereas I think now the rules have changed that much. I think some of the referees are unclear on what's going on and what to give, what is, what isn't, and it's really disappointing. I mean, this is obviously my opinion. I'm sure people see it differently. I'm sure you might think it one way, you might think I deserved it, you might think this, that or the other, but in my opinion it's ruining our game that we love, and something has to be looked at, whether it's a big difference. You know, I like the idea of VAR. I think it's a fantastic idea. I think it's there to help us. It's not helping us with these decisions. Someone has to look at it. The handball decision, someone's got to look at it and realise something has to change within the rules. Everyone's got the same rule. You give a penalty for handball, you give every penalty for handball. You don't give one and you think, no, it's touch this thing. If it's handball, it's handball. I feel like it's a case of, yeah, maybe not. No, another game, yeah, we'll give that one. But the same situations happened and you haven't give it. I mean, I could be wrong. I could, be miles off. But as a fan watching the game now, you're guaranteed to have drama because no one knows what's going on. Is it handball? Is it not handball? The handball is 10 seconds before the ball's put in the goal. But you've got time to defend it. They go back 10 seconds. How many goals in the history of football would be ruled out through the history if they go back and find a foul? But the team has still got time to defend. No, I don't know. It's weird. It's football. It's a modern day game. I'm sure people will have their own opinions on it, but this is mine. So like, share and subscribe. Thank you. I will see you with a roundup of the Premier League game week soon.